Okay. Thanks, Jawad. So in business, timing is everything, and my time is not a good start. Right before lunch and 40 minutes late, so that's not a good start. Thank you again for giving me the time to introduce nPARIO. nPARIO recently founded 2 years ago in the US, and they teach you everything about starting up companies, like how to do the right thing, get the right idea, how to market, how to hire people. But one thing they don't teach you and nobody can tell you is luck. And when you start a business, you really have to be in luck. So I think I got the past 2 years, 2 positive signs on luck on my side. First sign, about a year ago, I took my kids to a baseball game. It was our second game that we watched. And after the middle of the 4th inning, we got a foul ball right coming next to us. So this is our first sign. That was a lucky sign. The second lucky sign is about a month ago. We went to our first hockey game, and right in the middle of the game, a puck that was defended by a goalie landed right next to us. So we got 2 lucky signs in the past 2 years, and I think I have a lucky feeling that I'll win something today. Huh? Right, so let's go back and just, we're talking about the smart handheld and see where the smart handheld went and where we were. If we remember the information age when PCs started coming over and people stopped buying PCs. I remember like in the 80s, an IBM compatible with 1 floppy drive, 20 megabyte hard disk would go for $3,000. But what the PC did is it moved information from the mainframe right to the desktop. So it gave opportunity for the users to handle information. So with the introduction of the information age, then we moved to the digital age. Now everything has moved and became digital, not only text, but you got now pictures, movies, everything now is moved to the digital age. I think that was a major, major jump about when the internet really got into everybody's offices and homes, where data can now be accessed more on a digital, in a digital platform. And recently, people are talking about the intelligence age, and this is probably where the next jump is. The intelligence age is where companies start using data smartly. Today, companies, if they'll be able to use data and make intelligence of the data, they're ahead of their competition. We see it everywhere, where now data is the main source or the main asset of companies. So if you're smart enough to take the data and put it in an intelligence platform and make sense of the data, you're ahead of your competition. Now, people are talking about the next age. And this needs another session. Where are we heading after the intelligence age? Where we are heading? But for telcos, that means first 2 things. One is with the increase today of the usage, we have new products coming out. 2 years ago, Apple introduced the iPad. And that new product itself created a whole new market for telcos or for media companies. So behavior has changed. So what happens is customers would be using the products, and we be using it differently, whether for personal use or for business use. And now telcos, what they're trying to do, and we are doing, is they're collecting all of this information about the customer and their behavior. Before that, telcos would just send you a bill about your local call or your international calls. But today, with your new behavior, telcos are billing you differently. They're billing you for the usage of the internet. Maybe you are subscribing to a TV service. So that generated for telcos new source of revenues. And with new source of revenues, telcos need to understand today where are they making the money. Because I've heard from the audience all the time, here from the telcos, is they're here to make business, here to make money. So how are telcos today operating, and where is the profits coming from telcos? What they need to do is to focus on the market that they're becoming profitable, and where is the growth in the market itself. And this is something that we would like to share with you on how we're going to help. Data is everywhere. And this is a quote from Google, from Eric Schmidt. There were 5 exabytes of information created between the dawn of civilization through 2003, but that much information is now created every 2 days. 5 exabytes is, I think, 1 billion terabyte, 1 billion gigabytes, actually. So with the growth of the handheld, there's a belief that handhelds will be used everywhere. They will be used in entertainment, in education, in business, in the medical field. So in the next coming years, you're going to see not only smart devices are coming out, but you're going to see more usage and different customer behavior from that sense. So I stole one slide from your presentation, and just tells you, how the mobile usage is becoming. Before, like I said, we used just to use your mobile to make calls, but today, users are using mobiles for different reasons. Whether it's surfing the internet, downloading music, or chatting, or going into the social network. So these are the new sort of behaviors that customers are using. Okay. So there was an article in The Economist saying data is the new oil. This is how you're going to make money. This is how companies are going to make money. Oil means wealth. Data today means wealth. Data now is coming in different formats. There is volume. So we are facing lots of data that is coming from different places, different sources, variety of data, and also velocity of data. So this is not enough for any organization. What we need to do is we need to simplify the data and the access of the data. Over the past 4 years, we've also seen a shift in the industry. Companies used to spend most of their budgets on operational systems, little bit on intelligence. But the past 4 years, this market of intelligence, data and data intelligence is becoming huge. It is estimated that in 2010, it's at $10.5 billion. So with that market growing, it's giving opportunities like companies like nPARIO to come in and take advantage of the market. So when we said 2 years ago, I was one of the founders with my 2 other partners, so how can we take that? This is a growing market, and what should we do? So when you talk about luck, so the first thing we did is my 2 co-founders were ex-Yahoo. We went back and we saw at Yahoo there were some nice programs that Yahoo was using to analyze lots of data. Just give you an example, Yahoo gets about 540 million hits a day. And they had a small department doing some analysis. It was a coded program. So at nPARIO, we came in and said, can we buy this data? Can we buy this program? So that now is a full-blown application, patent by nPARIO. And you know what happened is after 5 months, we went back and we sold it back to Yahoo. That's just an example. The second thing that happened is like 4 months ago, we got a minority stake from WPP. They came in as investors. WPP is the world's largest advertising and media company. So now we have the power of 2 combinations. We have the technology that was founded from Yahoo, and we have the power of WPP. So how do we do it? It's very simple. There are 4 steps to take the intelligence out of data. The first thing and the biggest challenge for a project is how you manage and integrate data. I think one issue that needs to be addressed here in the region is the quality of the data. Yeah, there is no good quality of the data in all the projects, whether it's a telco or a bank. Sometimes customers get duplicate names, sometimes information is not there. So the biggest challenge for a project, 80% of the efforts of the project gets on how to allocate data, where is the data sitting. But once you get that phase over with the help of the customer, then what you do is you build what we call the customer DNA. And I'll just explain to you later on what does that mean. And once you build the customer DNA, what you can do, you can analyze the data, and you can take that data and market to your customers. That is very crucial of the whole process. So to reach phase 4, you have to finish first the first 3 phases. So for a telco operator, what we do is we take the data from different systems, the billing system, the CRM system, the financial system. We have a set of standards where we take the information and we help with the customer to organize the data and put it under our platform. So once we get this data, what we call is we build the DNA. And this information, or building the DNA of the customer, comes from 3 different sources. First is the declared data, the data that is sitting, and it's information about the customer, like his age, his gender, if you got the income. So this is the information that is already existing. This is one part. The second part is what we call behavior data. So we take a customer and we look at his behavior for the past 6 or 9 months. We use deep statistics and data mining patterns that we can provide a full profile on the customer and his DNA. And also we can integrate with research data. So there are lots of organizations who are doing research and then taking this information, but actually is not being used as part of the marketing strategy. So once you take those 3 different sources of data, you can actually build the full profile and the DNA of the customer. So what is that useful? This is useful for what we call one-to-one marketing. And the term is, mass marketing is dead. You cannot really just put one ad to attract all your customers. This is not going to work anymore. Still we see traditional ads going after a product, offering it for everybody. I mean, I'm not interested in giving me a discount for calls to the Philippines or to India or South America. That's not my profile. I'm more interested in one-to-one marketing. So if you're able to provide a full DNA profile, you can be able to do one-to-one marketing to your customers. Some examples here. Just give you an example, one of our customers, Omnia in Jordan. Omnia is a fast-growing telecom operator. They have about 2 million customers. Omnia started with traditional 8 segments. Today, they're running more than 95 segments. The number one concern for them is churn management. And with the approach of profiling customers, with the approach of getting the insights of the customer, they are able to keep their customers and be very competitive. But this is a small customer.